Hello people, it's snowing again. The snow that I was filming on one of my last videos has melted away days ago, but this is new snow. The temperature is now -0.5 degrees, 0.5 degrees, and I'm heading to my workshop again. Okay, I have one addition to my channel, video channel. I bought a new memory card for my proper video camera. I now have 64 gigabits of space compared to the 8 gigabits that I had previously. I only had space for about 30 minutes of Full HD video, but now I can fit almost 6 hours. So that's a pretty good thing. And also this card has a little bit faster saving speed for data. So I guess that should actually even affect the video quality. But we will see. I guess I'm gonna keep this video short and try to publish it in the best possible quality. At my workshop I will do something with the oil pump today. I will only spend like 3 hours. So, okay, I'll get back to you. Okay, at my workshop now. And I have, for the first time in my workshop, I have power attached to this lathe. I put on a new power cable. I still need to put something here to prevent the cable from pulling out. I'm now running the oil pump. And the motor is still not in place. I know this is still a little bit of a hazard, but I am aware of it. So I guess it should be okay. And as you can see, the oil is flowing. I think it's flowing pretty good, like it should be. So the oil actually doesn't look all that bad. It could be worse, but at times you can see the color of the oil change a little bit, and also the sound of the motor or the pump change a little bit. So there is some impurities in the oil, of course. And this is the filter, I guess, some kind of filter. I'm gonna let this pump run for a while now, in case it might clean itself a little bit. And while it's doing that, I'm gonna open the filter and see what's inside. And then I'm gonna switch off the pump and pull this whole pump assembly with the tank off, and I'm gonna clean it. And then I have 20 liters of new oil, which I'm gonna put in. And then it should be ready. I'm happy the pump is pumping as it should. So no problems there. And the spindle is still as it is. I hadn't time last time to hook up the switching mechanisms. Okay, so let's see what's inside that filter unit. The pump is now in pieces. I cleaned it and I actually didn't find a real problem with it, but at least I know how it works. And this is the filter unit actually, but I had a little accident with it. It had this metal wire wrapped around it, and this wire was acting as the filter. So the oil was going between these wires, and the gunk was supposed to be trapped within them. And as you can see, there is some gunk in there. So I guess it is possible that the filter just got clogged. And this piece screws out of here, and I found it so that I tried if it would come out, and it actually started coming out, and at the same time the wire started to come out. And since it looks like this now, I will not even try to put it back in. I'm gonna have to get some new wire. Hello people, and sorry for the crappy music again. When you have this lathe and you want to drain the oil tank, be careful with it. What happened is that it has this big, large oil plug, and even though it was big, the plug was big, I still somehow thought there was a way to get the oil out little by little, but no, there is actually this about 60mm hole, and the oil comes out of there in maybe 2 seconds. So I'm not sure how is it possible to get it in a container through a funnel in 2 seconds without spilling it all on the floor. Okay, I have an oily floor now. Have to figure out something. But at least I got the tank drained. And this sure is the biggest draining plug I have ever seen. And this is a magnetic plug. Whoa, there's a very big layer of metal particles mixed with oil. Okay, I guess it's a good idea to change the oil. Okay, now let me do something about my floor. Luckily I only got a little bit of it on my clothes. Okay. Okay, this is my revenge to the oil tank spilling its insides to my floor. It's so oily and greasy that I decided to burn it. I removed everything that melts from it, except the paint of course, but it's gone anyways. So I'm guessing this is the most effective way to clean it. It's burning pretty nicely. Maybe in half an hour we will see what it looks like. Okay, I prefer this a little bit to the previous view. No more grease and dirt. So I burned all the oil out and I did some sanding to this plate. It has no paint left even on it. And I guess this is only just as also. And also the bottom looks pretty nice. Some remnants of the old paint and maybe some carbon from the oil. Looks pretty good. I'm just hoping the new oil doesn't catch too much carbon and get black. But I will try that, and if it does, then I'll first put in some oil, old oil, and circulate that for some time. Of course not in the spindle box, but in the pipes and the tank. And I also took off, look at my floor, damn. No way to fix this, just have to wait until it dries. I have some rags, but nowhere near enough to dry all of this oil. In about 2 seconds I got 10 liters of oil on my floor. Okay, yes, and I took the pump unit itself apart also, and I was happy to find it pretty much good as new. I have the other gear in here. It looks pretty good, I would say. I guess you all know how a gear pump works. So there's just a motor turning the other gear, and this gear is turning the freewheeling gear. And here you can see the cover. Okay. So I'm heading home now. It's a little late already. And I am hoping to get this lathe completely ready and running by Sunday. And what I'm gonna do tomorrow, I guess I'm gonna go to a hardware store and buy some of that new filtering wire and rewind it somehow. Not sure how to do it. It's probably gonna be quite a job to rewind it, but I'm gonna do it. And then I'm gonna put in some oiled oil first and see if it gets dirt from the tank. And then I'm gonna put in new oil, and also I'm gonna change the oils to all the other gearboxes, so the carriage box and the feed box will get new oil. And then I guess I'm gonna start putting the linkages back on, which should not be too hard. And then the rest of the time I will spend on making the gear, and I will use this indexing head and probably also a tailstock. I have two tailstocks, this is one, and the other one I actually got to borrow from my school, which is very nice. It's a little bit more rigid than this one. But a bad thing is that neither of these tailstocks have the right center height, so some adjustments need to be made. This tailstock I got with my tool grinder. And then I'm gonna make a quick fix to the pulley, the worn pulley hub, and then reassemble the gearbox. I have also new bearings for the shaft that I took out and a new oil seal. Those will go in, and then I must figure out a way to get the gearbox assembly back to the lathe frame, which is here. And the problem is that this unit weighs maybe 100 to 200 kilograms. Okay, so I guess this is the end of today and the end of this video. Really excited to get going with the indexing head and the gear machining. Okay, so I hope to be able to edit this video before tomorrow, and so long for keeping this video short. Okay, I will get back to you until Sunday, and I hope to have a lathe running by then. Okay, thank you for watching again, and thank you.